Hey guys, Danny here. Today we're looking at a Android TV box. Roll the intro. I'm going to be reviewing this Android TV box for you today. This runs Android 7.1. This is the 2GB of RAM model. This was sent to me by Gearbest for review. If you'd like to buy this product, of course, you'll find the link in the description. I'm going to be unboxing this for you and then we're going to jump straight into the review. Okay, let's take a look and see what we've got inside the box. We have got the Android box itself. Let's take a look at this. Nice compact box, nice finish. We've got two USB slots here and a micro SD slot. And we've also got a HDMI port and an Ethernet port on here, and also some other ports, as you can see. So they've sent me a EU plug. I'm actually in the UK, but that's not a problem. I've got an adapter, so that should be fine. Also got a HDMI cable included, that's nice. Always nice to have an extra HDMI cable. A remote. This should make the user experience a little bit nicer. Doesn't feel too bad, buttons feel nice and clicky. Feels quite sturdy as well. Okay, let's go get this set up and we'll see what this thing can do.
When you boot up the device, you will notice there is a clock on the front of the unit. This is a really nice little feature and it did show the correct time. When I boot up these Android boxes, one of the first things I like to do is go on the Play Store and set up my account. It did take a little while for the Play Store to boot up for some reason. I would always recommend doing this, as this gives you access to all of the apps as well as updates. I was using a mini keyboard with the device as I was having some issues with the remote at first. I'll put a link in the description if you'd like to get yourself one of these. You also see that it has Chrome built in, so the Chrome web browser. I used this to sideload an app onto the device and it worked really well. I used quite a wide range of apps on this device during my testing and I didn't experience any lag or any delays. The device overall was pretty snappy and it was more than fast enough for my liking. The device also comes with Kodi installed. It's under a name called TV Center on the main screen. The device is also running Android 7.1.2. I had the Android box connected to a Ethernet cable. My connection is a 150 megabit connection, so I get some pretty good speeds. I decided to run a speed test on the device to see what sort of speed it was capable of, and I was pleasantly surprised with the speeds that I was getting. This is more than fast enough to download games as well as movie streaming and anything else you want to do, including web browsing. I also connected the device to my Wi-Fi just to see what sort of speed I would get with that also. It's worth noting that I don't get very good signal in my room, so I wasn't really expecting to get more than around 10 meg, which is what I was getting. This should be plenty fine if you're doing some light movie streaming and downloading some smaller files, but this should be suffice for most things. It's only when you're going to be downloading bigger files and maybe some 4K movie streaming you're going to run into some issues, so always just make sure you have a really good Wi-Fi signal. There's lots of apps you can download from the Play Store that will tell you your Wi-Fi signal strength and how you can improve it. I had no issues streaming movies and videos. The YouTube app for some reason only allowed me to stream videos at 720p. This may have been a problem where I needed to update to a newer version, but there wasn't any updates that showed in the Google Play Store. But you can see here video playback was smooth as well as browsing through the menu system. I had no problems here. Sound quality was also fine with the HDMI cable that was supplied. I decided to also test some games on the device. It's worth noting that the device isn't really meant for gaming, but you will definitely get away with some lower end gaming on the device. The first game that I tested was Bomb Squad. This is a free game that you can download on the Play Store. I would definitely recommend checking this out. This ran fine. I didn't have any problems. It ran smoothly and was great fun. Asphalt 8 Airborne was also another game that I tested. This is a much more intense game. I did experience some lag and some slowdown, but the game was still definitely playable. This is another free game on the Play Store that I would recommend checking out. Unfortunately, as the unit does not support Bluetooth, I had to connect my controller via a USB cable directly to the unit. This worked really well and I didn't experience any lag and was nice and responsive. Initially I thought the remote was broken, but it actually just needs to be pointed at the device to work. If you're sitting further back and you have the device lower down and it's out of direct view of the control, you actually have to point it at the box for it to work. This is slightly frustrating at times, especially if you're sitting further away or you don't have it next to your screen and you have it maybe lower down in a cabinet. This caused some problems for me. I decided to run Geekbench on the Android box to see what sort of scores it was capable of. By all means, as you can see, it's not going to compete with any high-end phones or any other high-end Android devices, but it's plenty powerful enough for video streaming and some light gaming.
So what do I think of this Android TV box? Well, I think if we consider the price, this is going for around £30 on GearBest. I think it's not bad. I think there are some better options out there. But what this does, it does it fairly well. It's pretty fast. I had no problems playing some games as you saw, and also video streaming. For some reason when I went onto YouTube, I was only able to watch clips at 720p. I wasn't able to watch at full HD for some reason. I also had a few issues with the remote control that you saw. I had to point it directly at the device, which was a little bit annoying when I wanted to sit a bit further back and just kind of browse through the menus. There is also a update feature on the device, so hopefully we'll be getting the latest version of Android soon. I really would have liked to have Bluetooth in the device, which it doesn't, so I wasn't able to easily pair some of my gaming controllers. I was able to plug one in directly via the USB slot and it worked fine that way. I would definitely recommend the device. I like the menu system. I think it's fast, it's able to play videos fine and also handle some light gaming. So I definitely would recommend this device if you're thinking of picking it up. There are, I feel, some better alternatives out there around this price point, but if you're thinking of picking this one up, I don't think you'll be disappointed. I really hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And hey, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing for more videos like this one. And of course, I will see you in the next one.